We're ready. We're recording. What's up, everybody, for watching the Wiley Show? I have to talk about Tasha K. This woman and she was a colleague of mine on YouTube, and she have showed me nothing but respect during a certain time. She was beefing with Lovely T and Daytime Tea Time and Amron Wiggins, and she said, "Hey, I want to come on your show and give my side of the story." So I brought Tasha K on the show, and she decided to tell her side of the story of different things. And we build, I thought, a YouTube show, not a friendship, but a YouTube show. And so she was in a heat of a beef with Armand, and they were beefing really heavy. And she posted a video in her bedroom, and she didn't even have her hair combed. And she said, "You know what? Who I want to mentor? Wiley." And so, she started texting me, calling me, and said, "Hey, I want to mentor you." But it came with a catch-22. I want you to drag, Armand, and I want you to drag him. And I knew that wasn't going to work because first and foremost, I am a man that go my own way. I'm not going to drag a man just to keep a mentorship. I don't roll like that. And so once that didn't happen, she said, "Okay, I'm going to still butter Wally up." And so then I started to drag Armand just for my own reasons, right? And then she called me. She said, "Hey, we got to do a podcast together. We got to, you got to come to Atlanta, blah, blah, blah." She never sent a plane ticket. She always said, "Send your birthday, send your name, your birthday to my employee, Chelsea." Sent it to her multiple times. Never, ever sent me the plane ticket to Atlanta. I went to Atlanta to go to Monique's show. This is right after the pandemic. And I went to I believe the Uptown Comedy Club, and I went to go see Monique. And I was coming. I told Tasha K, I said, "Hey, I'm going to be in Atlanta to do a show. Let's team up." I just told her, I'm in Atlanta. She said, "Okay, we're going to do a podcast." She sent me her address, and then she stopped. And then she said, "My son had an asthma attack, and he's hooked up to tubes. I can't do the show." I still have that text message to this day. Fast forward, I went to her Instagram. Her son wasn't. He was playing, having a good old time. So she clearly lied. And I thought she was like lying for entertainment, lying for a story, lying like Fox News, lying for just getting people to watch. She was like lying in her personal life. And she didn't have to lie about it. She could have easily told me the truth. "I don't want to do a show with you. You don't look that desirable," whatever the case may be. I would have took it like that because I already knew the answer because people were telling me that she don't fool with me in real life. So I was just waiting on her to just say it, I've already know the answer. I can tell when I'm being used as a project. And I didn't mind it because it was good attention, right? But I knew I would have never gotten this whole mentorship, paying my bills, painting my walls, like she did other creators, right? Paying their wall, buying their mother's bed and all of that. She bought me a camera one Christmas, and she said, "You know what you got to do with it? I want you to drag Armand. I want Armand to know it. Your quality going to be better than his quality." She always wanted to compare me with that brother. And I think she just misinterpreted my beef with him and made it seem like it was serious, it was real, and it was all for like fun. It wasn't that serious. I didn't care about competing with him in HD or whatever. And she sent her husband to teach me how to do it, and he ceased communication. And the reason why he just was done with the communication with me with the camera because I stopped dragging Armand for her. Like I stopped, picking up the battle. She would want me to go live when he go live. When he go live, drag him. She wanted me to review all of her fucking Fridays and all of that. And then the case happened with Cardi B. And then when that case happened with Cardi B, it destroyed, like, I was on the side of Cardi. I was on the side of Tasha. I said, F Cardi, blah, blah, blah. I knew that Tasha K was going to lose, but I was playing the game. You know what I'm saying? Tasha K was loving it. She said, "Wiley, thank you. I'm going to do an interview with Wiley." And I only did that defending her for an interview. She said, "I'm going to do my first interview with you." I said, "Okay, let me go there. It ain't going to hurt me to defend her. Whatever. It's good comedy, right?" So she lost the case, and it was just so much I couldn't defend her more. She just completely lost. And I was like, let me just go ahead on and tell the world that you lost and etc. And then, Brother Polite was arrested. He was charged, and she was mad when I said he's innocent to proven guilty. This before he was convicted. She cussed me out like a dog, didn't apologize. Those were her true feelings. And she didn't know I was testing her to see her true feelings of how she really feel about me. And she had to get on the phone and apologize because I already knew that you was a piece of trash. But you couldn't control me. I'm not from Africa. My ancestors are, but I'm an American. And I don't allow a woman that have less hair than me tell me what to do. I don't allow a woman to do that. I, as a man, definitely, I am a true leader, right? And so I follow my own lead with the grace of God. I'm not going to listen to a woman. Sorry, not in that type of instance, especially a woman that I feel is a known liar and that she don't appreciate what I've done for her. So why would I listen to you? And so that ended. I decided to, block her because I got tired of her coming in the chat, pretending that she was my friend or pretending this, and I just completely blocked her. And then just a couple of weeks ago, she was like, "Oh, you have me blocked." I said, "Yeah, I have you blocked. I mean, you have me blocked on things. You thought I was going to continue to keep you unblocked. I don't need your engagements because I'm going to get it without you. I don't need it." When Tasha came on my show, I didn't get 300,000 followers, 400,000 followers, 1 million followers. People follow her. So she didn't have this big influence that she claimed she had. She don't have it, right? She didn't fly me to Atlanta and pay my bills, paid my rent like she did other down low men. She didn't do any of that. She didn't buy my mom a bed. My mother loved liquor. She didn't buy my mother cases of liquor. She didn't do any of that. So I didn't see the growth of a partnership with Tasha K at all. And we done it for years. So I just said, I'm done with this. She's not coming to chat. I blocked her as well as all these other creators I don't get along with. I blocked them too because they have a tendency to come in a chat pretending that they like me or pretending to get my influence or my audience, the audience that I do have. So I blocked them all. And so what I put in this title here is that Nicki and Cardi destroyed Tasha K platform. And let me tell you why. Cardi B destroyed Tasha K platform because she sued Tasha and showed the world that Tasha K is a liar on the record. That destroys her business. In this business, we have our reputation. We have our word. It means a lot. And when you're being sued by a powerful celebrity like Cardi, it shows the industry that you can't be trusted. You are a liar. And I knew long term I cannot be friends or associated or do shows with a known liar. And so when that happened, I knew that was the end of Tasha K's career. This was no longer of her getting all the clicks and views. I was thinking long term, it's the end of our relationship. She's going another type of way of let me go the Wendy route. Let me lie on this celebrity. Let me drag this celebrity. Let me insult this celebrity. Let me lie on this preacher. Let me lie on this side chick. Let me do this. Let me secretly record people and post it all over the internet. That's the type of road that she goes. That's the type of lane that she goes. She was just that evil. She was so evil that her and Chelsea literally wanted me to testify to the judge because she took a protective order, a restraining order against Von Ray, and literally wanted me to tell the judge that he was harassing and stalking Chelsea to put that black man in jail. So that was another major sign that this woman just don't only lie publicly, she do evil things privately. And I said, I gotta disassociate from her. And then I just went on and just completely blocked her. And so there were a time when she did cover, Larry Reed and the whole thing with Levante. She covered that case and brought Levante to the scene, which was great. Levante is a victim that Larry Reed violated him ever since he was a 14-year-old boy for many years. And she talked about that. I covered it. I brought the publicity all over the world. And then she came on the show because I did good work. I know my talent. I know my skill set. And then she was like, Wiley, I'm going to put you on the app and I want you to be on the app for free. And I declined all of that. I declined all of that because I know if you do something for me for free, you're going to throw it in my face. I was going to take the camera because I wanted a camera. Hey, but I'm not going to do the app thing. Like I pay for that. But once she found out that she couldn't control me because she wanted to put child M-word allegation, the same thing that Kenneth Petty was accused of, on a fellow YouTuber, Storm Monroe, I saw what she tried to do. She said, I quote, I did not feel comfortable allowing Storm to be around my son because that I was M-word and I didn't trust his type of behavior. He was giving me that type of energy, end quote. So when she said that, I exposed the plot that she was trying to put allegations, serious allegations on Storm Monroe concerning children. Her own biological son, this is before she shipped him off to Africa. Her son, her youngest son, which would probably be about 4 or 5 years old. He's an infant, right? So I understood that Tasha just don't lie publicly. She do a lot of evil behind the scenes. And I knew I could not associate with that particular woman at all. I couldn't associate her with all. I couldn't do that with her at all because it wouldn't be right to associate with a woman that decide to lie on a black man, to put a serious allegation out on him that he could potentially face time in prison. And we see multiple people, so many men, the Central Park Five, they spent years because of an allegation. They was convicted off of a lie. Brian Banks was convicted off of a lie. Bill Cosby was convicted off of a lie. So we cannot allow to let that happen by black women weaponizing allegations to lock up black men. So I distanced myself from her. She is a known liar. The reason why it's a failure with the Tasha K channel and her future in media is because she allowed herself to work with Nicki, to pick up Nicki ops, Cardi, and lie on her and take that to build this relationship for Nicki and to interview with Nicki Minaj. And so when we decided to interview Tasha K about this, about last year, I would say, and she said, well, I had a conversation with Nicki Minaj and Nicki Minaj wanted me to put her on, Nicki Minaj wanted to put me on an NDA and I refused. So anytime a celebrity want to put you on an NDA, they said some stuff and they said some deep stuff that they don't want the public to know about. They don't want you to disclose as a public. And Tasha K refused. So she keep it on the back of her head because already Nicki have secretly separated from Tasha, but she can't publicly unfollow her because of the power that Tasha does and the ammunition of the things that Nicki Minaj said to her privately on the phone. So when it comes to Tasha K, she just this woman that have destroyed her own career. She self-destruct with the help of Nicki Minaj and also with the help of Cardi B. They both destroyed Tasha K career, and then she just put the nail in the coffin Tasha K did for her own career. Her husband is the reason why her career has failed as well in this media space. It said, quote, in the Bible, if you go to Ephesians, the 5th chapter and the 22nd verse, it said, quote, wives, submit to your husband as to the Lord, for the husband is the head of the wife, as Christ is the head of the church, his body, of which he is the savior. She don't submit to her husband. Her husband is not the head of that household. She is, clear as day. You can see right here, she cut her hair like a husband. She want to lead, and she's leading that house to the, to the pits of hell. And so when I see this about Tasha K and I see the thing with Joe Budden, she argued, she was fussing about Joe Budden, cussing Joe Budden out, saying that Joe Budden is a piece of trash, saying that Joe Budden is this, talking about Militia Ford, putting allegations on Joe Budden, all that something that cannot be proven, have not been proven. He have not been convicted of harming women. He have not been convicted of that, went to prison for that, served probation for that. But she was upset and extremely pissed because she did not get this opportunity with Joe Budden. Let's be clear. Adam 22 from No Jumper is a white platform. Adam comes from a white perspective. He's been white all his life. So culturally speaking, he's different. So this interview would have been her Breakfast Club point, like Breakfast Club moment. Even though she couldn't get on the Breakfast Club because she put allegations on Charlamagne and said Charlamagne is an R word and interviewed Jessica. So that's out. So when it comes to Joe Budden, that's the thing closest to be in mainstream type of media to be on a voice like Joe Budden. So Joe Budden decided to pull the plug. And while pulling the plug, this was an example of Tasha K, the beginning of her being blackballed. She's going to be the same boat of people say, listen, girl, you did too much, my mind. There's nothing I can do for you now. I'm going to pull the plug. I can't put the interview out. Even though it would have went viral because she would have been dropping tea, the publication would have picked it up. but it would have destroyed relationships with Joe Budden that he's trying to build himself. Joe Budden is dealing with something internally. He's dealing with his own co-host is arguing with him, fighting with him because of contract disputes and because of money. They're arguing all over the chat. Joe Budden slept with one of his friends, co-host, ex-girlfriend or girlfriend. So he's dealing with his own internal conflict. So he can't afford to take another L and lose relationships with celebrities that potentially could go on his show. And potentially he could have an interview with Cardi B, whenever she released that album, whenever it come out. Now, Tasha K is at a crossroad. Either she's going to continue to take the lane to destroy, lie, and lie on black men and destroy and lie on black women, or is she going to take the path of going another route, just give it good content without all the salacious lies. But it is a risk with that. You could go on that path without the salacious lies and lose viewership, or you can continue on this path and get the viewership and you just lose the relationships. You can't have it both ways. There is some YouTubers that have done it without the salaciousness. Lovely T is a good example. The Impressive Channel is a good example. Daytime Tea Time, good example. Chronicle Speaks, good example, of YouTubers putting in the work, thorough detailed research, thorough research. Monica from All About the Tea, putting in the work. But Tasha K took that route of being a loud Southern woman that talk mess and being a shock jock. It's consequences with being a shock jock. The consequences is burning bridges. And Tasha K have burned a lot of bridges with a lot of powerful people. It is even affecting this show. Because we had connections of getting celebrities on. We have brought celebrity on our show in the past. If you check our resume, I'm not going to get into the people that we have brought on the show, but we were trying to get more celebrities on the show. I don't care if they A-list, D-listed, whatever. They're celebrity. They're well-known people, right? But now we're getting a response of, well, my client Wiley really don't want to do YouTube because he or she is afraid that it's going to be like a Tasha K. They're literally grouping all YouTubers together as Tasha K, and we're all not like Tasha. So thank God I'm still getting interviews from people, but it's a little challenging because we have to clean up the damage and clean up the mess that Tasha have created for Black YouTubers. They're grouping us all together. So for Tasha K, when she look in the mirror, she have to look at her son is in Africa, training to be a child soldier. She have to look at her daughter is waiting to be 18 so she can go far away from her. She have to look at her husband doing all of this work, working, trying to put a good brand on a piece of dog doo-doo that I call Unwind Tasha K. And then Tasha K have to go through all of that conflict and still come out with a smile and say, I got it like that. Everything is like peaches and cream. Everything is so wonderful. Everything is so great. Everything is running smooth over here with Mr. and Mrs. Kibi. But I know from just judging her and how she's going on these manic rants and breakdowns that I know that she got some problems going on in her household, right? It is crumbling right before our very eyes. It is crumbling on her public videos. You can see this is why she took a break from YouTube a very long time. She decided to bring another fellow YouTuber on, Bondi Blue, because she was dealing with a mental breakdown. She was dealing with a breakdown mentally, not eating, having problems with her husband, making sure her son is being settled in Africa, him having his temper tantrum because he missed his mother. He's in a foreign land in some jungle. And literally, she had to go through that. So to save face, she said, I got to go to anger management. But she was dealing with internal conflict. She would have never given her platform to Bonnie Blue, to another Black woman, but she had no choice because she was going through a lot of financial turmoil, relationship turmoil, over her children, failure as a mother. And it's just a lot that she was dealing with. And so now she is in 2023 and we're dealing with the aftermath of the lawsuit. And now Tasha K have lost multiple deals. Her branding deals is gone. Impressive. No more Pangea Wash. She lost Sitburn. She lost the deal with the wine company. She lost so many deals. so many six-figure sponsorships she have completely lost. She also lost the deal with the attorney when she was talking about the injury lawyers and doing commercials for the injury lawyers. She lost them as well. And these are good, powerful deals that kept the lights on. This money is outside of the Google assets, outside the Google assets, and now she's losing it all. And so while losing all of this is just showing the world that now we can see the collapse and the fall of Tasha K. You know how we see in the fall Wendy Williams, her being in her socks and her underwears, going to the store buying chips. She go to the cashier to find out she don't have access to her money. She have to call her conservative. We're dealing with that fall of Tasha right on YouTube. We seen Wendy Williams fall on national television. Now we're dealing with her fall right here live on these YouTube streets. This is something for us fellow creators and for myself, that do I want to go on a shock jock thing and just lie on celebrity and then put allegations on people? Or do I just want to just do thorough research, offer my commentary, talk about what is public and go home? I would rather talk about what is public, go home, giving my commentary about a political story, about a celebrity gossip story, a new album, etc., than versus me putting an allegation out on Doja Cat or putting an allegation on Nicki. Just literally just talking what is public, giving my comedic commentary, and going home. Tasha just took a route of creating stories. She just creating. So when the story don't come up, she will create a narrative. And sometimes most of the time she's getting it wrong. And some of it cost her a $4 million deficit in her account. And so now she have to go through this and battle with, how can I continue to go mainstream? Because now Cardi B is waking up and said, hey, I'm going to use my power as a woman with connection in the industry, and I'm going to destroy this Black woman. I'm going to destroy her behind the scenes and say, hey, don't work with her or you won't have me on there, or my homegirls or my homeboys won't be on your platform. Neither is Offset. Or she can say, you know what, I bring Offset on your show. You bet. If you want Offset, you can't have Tasha. So not only Cardi can leverage herself, but she also can leverage her husband, which is a powerful legend in this business as well. Tasha have to understand, when she go back to the drawing board, she's going to have to make a decision whether I continue to go to the roast and gagging or to put allegations, or whether I should go and be the calm, cool, give me the facts, thorough research, and still be loud, but come with some integrity. Now, her show is coming up on October 20th in Miami, Florida. And this is a live production show. We don't know if it's going to be safe. I don't know that. I'm hearing reports it will not be safe, because there's so many people that said they're going to show up and cause harm. I pray that those are just rumors. I pray that they don't do anything crazy at that event. That's what my prayer is. But would I will be shocked if something were to go down there? No, I will not be shocked, because this is the type of spirit and the atmosphere that Tasha K is causing. She's causing a lot of beef with a lot of bad people and people that will show up and do something. From all the way from the TS, from the, WAC 100 and many other people that she have dogged, even from Joe Budden, even she have the Cardi B thing. You have people that really love Cardi, and the things that Tasha K have said about Cardi B is very deplorable and it's disgusting, in my humble opinion. Now, when you all watch this broadcast and you see Joe Budden, yes, Joe Budden do talk a lot, but he understand. He's been in this industry for over 2 decades. He understands how to move around in this industry. But to her husband, I hope that man understand that it's time for you to stand up as the leader, as an African leader. You say you are a Muslim. You even listen to Minister Louis Farrakhan, sermons or speeches. Take what he said. A man's supposed to lead the woman. And when a woman get out of order, it's that man have to bring in that order. In some cases, the woman bring in order. In this case, your wife is out of order. Will you bring your wife under subjection to lead, for you to take the lead and say, baby, let's not go this way. Let's hush and let's move on. When are you going to be Job? When Job's wife, Job was losing his children, he got sick in his body, and his wife said to him, why don't you curse God and die? And Job said to his wife, you sound like a foolish woman. He put his wife in her place because what she said was out of order. So when are you as a husband, Mr. Kibi, going to be that African warrior and put your wife in place. Put her in her place. Your father have multiple wives. None of them will bring shame to the home because your father will put those women in their place. It's in the African tradition. And the African tradition from Mali to Nigeria to South Africa, it is known in the code, in the DNA, in the mindset, in the skull of the heart of a man that they are the leader of the woman. They are the head of the woman. That's why, culturally speaking, the man can have multiple wives and the woman cannot. That's why, culturally speaking, the oldest of the family have to wash the hands of the men in the family or the elders of the family. That's why, culturally speaking, is speaking about how the man is the head and the woman is to serve her husband and her father or her brother. Now, when it comes to this situation, when Tasha K said, my job is to destroy and burn everything down, this is not good long-term speaking, because with those words come action, and you're burning things down. And you're like, dang, it's burnt down. I want to go cross that road. No, you just destroyed it. So now you have to understand, you have to watch what you say and move a little different in this business, because if you don't move different in this business, you will continue to lose massive deals and massive opportunity. You lost massive advertisement, right? You're losing advertising, good money that you have lost. And so now you are putting a risk because you're spending thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars going and checking your staff around the world and having them eating crab legs in there, having these expensive cameras, banking that you're going to make this money back. We don't know if you're going to make that money back or not. One thing I do know, Tasha K, I understand you're dealing with something mentally. I understand that you're dealing with depression. I understand you're dealing with anxiety. Take it easy. Take a break. Take a detox. Go on a fast. Get on your knees and pray. And you pray to God, your husband, both of you, and say, Lord, lead this union in this moment of turmoil. Give us the light. Give us the strength. Give us the idea to how to get out of this mess so we never get in this mess again. I want to say thank y'all so very much for tuning into the Wiley Show on this particular episode. I had to talk about Tasha K the way I had to talk about it. We're going to go back and dive into this because it's going to be more fallout with Tasha K. And I'm going to make sure that I continue to give my opinion about Tasha. But this is not a lane that I want to cross. Being with a woman that have lost deals, lost her child to Africa to train as a soldier. I don't want that for my story. I want my story to be a powerful, good story, a powerful, uplifting servant to God and a leader to my future wife and children. Thank you all. Make sure y'all thumbs up the video. Make sure y'all subscribe. And I would see y'all in the next video. Love you all so very much. Our Cash App, $Marquise Wiley28. Zelle, WileyShow@gmail.com. Those are those two entities. If you want to participate by a donation, we do appreciate it. And we will see y'all in the next episode. Little black boy, you're beautiful. Little black girl, you're enough. When times get hard, always remember to put God first. Good day and good night. Peace.